We're going to take a closer look tonight at the two young killers of Columbine High and the internet. When you look at the two boys' personal histories, what pops up right away is the fact that the internet was an important source of information and maybe inspiration. And tonight the FBI is working with America Online to see how much more they can learn. First, here's ABC's Gina Smith.
Like millions of teenage boys around the country, Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold spent much of their free time playing the computer game Doom, hunting down and killing opponents in these winding corridors. For Eric Harris, an expert Doom player, the game echoed other violent interests. This website apparently belonged to Harris, featuring the German metal rock group KMFDM, known for its violent lyrics. At another site, Eric Harris posted detailed instructions on making pipe bombs. Authorities were able to trace the document to a computer in the Harris house. The bomb-making information may have come from one of the dozens of bomb-making websites online.
It's possible they could have gotten this material on the internet by anyone typing a few words into a search engine.
Other websites offer information on guns, and guns are even sold online. But in the websites apparently belonging to Harris, it is the Doom game that is front and center. Unlike violent TV or movies, such games let players participate in the violence, not just watch. And that's what sets these games apart.
That way, you are the fighter pilot. You are, the aggressor. You are pulling the trigger and shooting, which you don't do in a movie medium.
Studies have already shown the impact some commercials and movies can have on children. And now, some say the stakes are raised when a troubled child can play the role of a killer in hour after hour of violent computer game. Gina Smith, ABC News, New York.
One thing we should all know for certain about the internet now, it is another way for children to have a life that adults have a hard time penetrating. ABC's John Miller raises the question tonight of whether the government should be trying harder to learn what's going on.
6 months before the Columbine massacre, researchers at the Simon Wiesenthal Center, which studies hate groups, found the webpage of Eric Harris from links on an anarchist website.
They rubbed shoulders with a subculture that was teaching people how to build bombs.
If private groups like the Wiesenthal Center are engaging in investigative net surfing, looking for indicators of future violence, should the FBI and the ATF be doing the same thing?
Those are open and free nets. There's no federal violation that we generally see in that advertisement and in the description of how to make these bombs.
Government surveillance of citizens is always controversial, but increasingly investigators are turning to private organizations who do their own monitoring of the net. And one education watchdog group says that is as close as the government should get.
I do not think we should institute a form of government surveillance of this medium. We wouldn't want government tapping into everybody's telephones.
Because those private organizations have developed so much intelligence about potentially violent groups, some in law enforcement believe it may be time to reassess using the internet as a valuable intelligence base. John Miller, ABC News, New York.
A closer look for today. We'll be back in just a moment.